jacket.
I mean,
So Tuesday, I made the call. Friday, Blaze picked it up. I gave him the jacket Monday morning. Yo, Loon took his entire photo shoot in OSG jacket and hoodie. That's how dope. That's how dope this movement is, man. And yo, I'm so happy that we recognize the dopeness which is in this room and stuff like that. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell y'all that in a few minutes Akbar will be departing from here too, getting ready to do a speaking engagement for Ebony Magazine, where he's going to be speaking about the School of Prison Pipeline.
Salute.
I can even tell y'all that. So I about to blow it up out the water in a few minutes. Yo, Ak, you want to tell everybody what's going on, Ak?
Hey, Dennis, before we even bring Ak on, man, I want to just mention I'm feeling remiss that I didn't make the services. I'm in South Jersey. I wanted to come and surprise Ak to support him through this time. We got to know, man, the brother just laid his grandmother to rest and still continue to move on with the program. I texted him the other night because I needed some food because I'm giving out food to the kids for Thanksgiving to some of the families. And he hit me back and got back to me, and I felt bad that I'm asking him during this time. But the man said business as usual, and that hit me. And I want to just thank you, Brother Ak, and thank the whole entire OSG. I mean, this movement, I feel that energy you're feeling now, Dennis. I feel it all the time, even if I'm on or not on. So I appreciate the whole team, and I miss the ladies, and great job. Again, April, I want to come out there and check out your school, the Alternatives. I love the family, people. Thank you.
No doubt, brother. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, Moody is fam. He was like that, like, I don't mean to buy. I said, listen, man. Oh, it's on. Same what I told Dennis, but thank you guys, man. You guys so strong. There's so many strong people in here, man. Led by Dennis and Uncle Lays and Big Dame Dash. It's like, we got something to live up to. So, and then you see Sean, they doing their thing, and then April. It's all love, man. I love that meme I posted that y'all seen before. It's like you should be around winners, because when you brag about your winners, no one gets feel offended or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I forgot how it went. That's what it is. Put yourself around winners, because when you talk, it won't feel like you're bragging, right? So I don't never feel like I'm bragging. When Dennis put me up there, it's like, nah, let's go, man. Dr. Action got something. Malik got something. You know what I mean? Hines got something. Let's go. So no, it's love, man. The Ebony thing, you guys didn't know, I was supposed to be Power 100 last year before they shut the world down. So I guess they still kept in contact with me, and they just told me about this event. I didn't even know. I told Dennis like the next day. It was like, oh, it was that like. So they got me on there talking about Prisoner Pipeline. I'm in there with Will Packer. He's one of the super producers, the Girls Trip and Think Like a Man and all of that. So I'm just gonna talk my stuff, man. Basically, I'm gonna say what me and Dennis and all you guys have been saying for weeks now. So I'm about to go regurgitate that stuff in a few minutes. I actually got to get off at 4:30, Dennis, for the sound check over there, and I guess I'll be on there for an hour. But it's all love. I love it. I mean, the Verizon thing looked like it came through. I told Dennis, no matter what, if they come to film on Monday, I need them there with me, or Tuesday, whenever it is. So it's OSG to the death of me. So I'm going to keep waving this flag. Y'all didn't see, they buried my grandmother next door to Westside High School. I'm talking about literally, I could hop the gate from my school and go give my grandmother a kiss. So that's like, it wasn't even, you know what I mean? That wasn't even planned. Her twin brother was already buried there, and I forgot because it was before Westside was even meant anything to me. And now I get to see it every day by just going out there and looking out the window. So thank you guys for all your support. Appreciate you.
That's dope, Ak, man. Yo, again, we real proud of you, Ak. Real proud of you. And again, and it's funny how I just talked about all the great things that happened this week, and I think probably one of the greatest things that happened this week, man, happened on Sunday morning, man, and that was the birth of Lil Dusko, man. Dame was, it's funny, me and Lazy were actually playing golf, and, but just before I went to go play golf, I texted Dame, see how he was doing, man, everything good, and then he shot me over the picture with him and Dusko, and then later on, he and Dusko FaceTime me and stuff like that, man. So it was one of the prouder moments in my life, because I know what this all meant to Dame and what it meant to Rocky, and just to kind of see what it meant for Dame to kind of cross that finish line. Like him and Rocky crossed that finish line, to see the happiness on his face, man, and to see the Instagram photos and everything that Dame and Rocky have experienced with Dusko, and watching with Ava and Tallulah, and how they all love their little baby brother, man. It's something that I think really exemplifies the kind of love that I think, that I know represents OSG to the fullest. So I just wanted to congratulate my brother Dame Dash, man, and Rocky.
Thank you.
Dusko, man. Where you at, Dave? Where you at, man?
He was getting changed. I see if he's finished.
They're gonna bring him back.
They're bringing him back. I just had him and he was all over like, just let it all go.
PJ's bringing back in my voice because he reacts to me.
He does. It's funny that he does, because the whole time, he was in his mom's stomach. We were talking to him, based on what the curriculum y'all gave, we actually practiced it and it really works. He recognizes all the voices. Like, we had all the members of the family read a book and we played the recording over and over again. So just hearing our voice now, Ava's, Tallulah's, they're very familiar. He's surprisingly calm. The dog barking doesn't bother him. And definitely, he's super dope. He's fly. I appreciate this on other levels because a year ago today we had lost a baby. And, we had to, really show what gangster is. Being resilient and fighting for what you love. And this is the moment that kept us pushing. We were visualizing this moment every second after this happened. This is what kept us happy and put us out of a dark place but into a bright place, and visualizing and architecting it, and it actually coming true exactly the way we wanted to, exactly the way we saw it, but even with more family. Who knew that he would come in with such a big family, a smarter dad, a better dad. It was like, y'all got my skills right up to par, right when I needed to be where I needed to be. Here he comes right here.
I am so proud of you, Pop. I feel like I could cry right now. Look at my Pop.
And there
Look
we go.
at Pop. PJ.
Look at him. So
PJ.
there's Dusko. See, chilling.
Auntie, PJ. I know. Look at it. Look at him. So calm. God bless him. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Pop.
Thank you.
That's right. That's right. And that, PJ got me and everybody OSG for life. So he got a whole village of folk from here to Ghana to Europe to the ends of the earth. Trust me.
See how he's paying
PJ,
attention?
you good, baby.
You see him paying attention?
I'm here because
It's
I
crazy.
know that voice. That's the voice that always got to tell my daddy something. Oh, God bless. That's awesome.
And it's crazy because I'm 49. I consider myself an older dad, almost grandfather status. So if I had grandkids right now, I'd want to do is spoil them and just spend all this time with them. And I guess I'm grandfather dad. This is all I want to do is just hang out with him all day and work from his.
You don't put any time limits on God, because if he said you're going to have one at 18 and have another at 49, then it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm enjoying it like a granddad. Like I'm just like, I'm retired. That's all I want to do is play with him all day. And it's always been my dream to have a family. And the way he brought my daughters together, my daughters have never come to see me 4 days straight, unless they had to.
Wow.
They call me every day after school, and they come and they just want to hold their brother all day, and he loves them. So family is everything, and it's priceless. And this is, no matter what I got, if this wouldn't have worked out, I'd have probably been feeling broke. But now I really feel wealthy because this is all that really counts. This is priceless. You can buy this. This makes me a billionaire and better. You know what I mean?
All right. So shout out to all of the Dash babies. Yes. From Boogie on down to PJ. Amen.
Absolutely. And even Boogie checked in. Everybody checked in.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Boogie, Big brother Boogie.
Boogie checked in.
That's dope. That's dope. It's funny. Just yesterday, after I think I was with Raven, and Raven asked you, and after I left her, I had got the message about, schools closing, and then Dame actually sent me the article as well, because he got news of it pretty early too. And I said what was really funny about that is like, me and Dame talk about it all the time. We've been talking about this for weeks, right? We knew what was going to happen. we knew that we needed to have a conversation about preparing these food pantries and getting people ready to eat, over these holidays. We also had a conversation last week about adaptive leadership and things like that. What happened this week, I think we're more than prepared for. And again, maybe the way it happened is what most people can be upset about. But again, we can't look at that leadership and say that we expected anything different. But what I do know is that the people who are in this place, the people who are here, are more than ready to tackle this problem head on. And so it's funny today, reaching out to many principals and seeing so many of them, they still went to work today. They still are preparing for what's going to happen next week, making sure remote learning is happening over the next couple of weeks, making sure that some of their food pantries are still jumping off. Before he left, I made sure he sent a U-Haul truck to 4 schools in Brooklyn yesterday to drop food off so that they can stock their pantry.
I'm sorry, excuse me, Dennis. Rocky.
Rocky.
Hey, Mama.
Hi. Sorry to interrupt.
First of all, I just can't understand how you are looking the way that you are looking, and you just gave birth to a whole human being like 2 seconds ago.
I know.
Look at you.
It's crazy.
I mean, first of all, you are stunningly gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
My sister.
Thank you.
Second of all, even though, yes, we talk to Pop, you hear me getting on Pop. The fact that God has blessed you with this rainbow baby.
Yes.
During a pandemic to which
Yes.
he now has been born into a whole village of supporters of love. I just want to commend you and just say congratulations for being the true boss that's holding it down.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you
yes.
so much. And thank you so much for the book and everything. I went through tears just going through the pages on that book. It's just overwhelming.
Sweetheart, it was our honor. I cannot take any credit. Look who else has showed up. PJ's cousin.
Wait
KK.
for your cousin.
Hey.
You gonna speak today?
KK, remember?
She breathed.
KK, remember last time you saw me, he was in my belly.
Yeah, so now, and look how calm he is, just like remembering all of these voices and just everything. And it's one thing to be able to support children, but the fact that that you allowed us and invited us in to really support children from the womb. Oh, he's destined. He's good money.
He already knows, and
Tell him about how all that stuff works.
Excuse me, Pop.
Sorry.
Thank you.
No, yes,
Rocky.
he truly recognizes voices, and it's so incredible. What's so funny is that, the dogs bark all the time, but he is not fazed by the dog barking at all because he's so used to all the sounds. And he's so used to everybody's voice that it really works. It's really incredible. Like, I don't have to be like, please be quiet around the baby or get nervous about the dogs barking because he's used to it.
And he has been nothing but calm because he's been around us every Thursday for the past 8 months.
Yes.
What's crazy is, on the honest level, all the talk and a lot that's come up in the elections right now is education and stuff. I know that I have the right education. My curriculum is going to be curated by OSG.
Oh, you don't know, and because I see, my
Hey,
president-elect Biden in the background, so you don't know that you're about to go meet him and tell him about our curriculum and what we're doing. I already know that.
Oh, I already know that. We've already set
All
that
right,
up.
I just got to make sure I'm with you so that when it's time for you to be quiet, you're going to do so. But listen, it's not your
I like the way
time
she
right now.
talks
We're
to you.
talking
I like
to
it too.
Rocky
I love it.
And Boss Lady. Hey. Yes, and we cannot take credit, Rocky. The brainchild behind ensuring that you absolutely received that gift was Boss Lady D, otherwise known to everybody else as Mrs. Denise McKeezy.
Miss
Hey,
Denise
DZ.
McKeezy. Yes.
I don't want to say anything. Hold on. I just want to
I
acknowledge
don't
the
wanna
fact
say
that we
anything.
won't be on here tomorrow. That the boss lady, first lady herself, will be enjoying her special day tomorrow. So I just wanted to take a chance to call and
Absolutely.
shout out happy birthday to the boss lady.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right. Happy birthday. Stevie Wonder
That's
version.
a bad choir.
Version we gonna get.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Okay, Auntie.
Wait a minute, I was
Auntie,
giving
shake,
my
shake.
notes of love.
That was not good, y'all. But
My notes of love are on the love scale.
If you're gonna do it, you gotta let Fia do it, you know? Come on, Fia, give him a verse. Give him a verse, Fia.
Happy birthday, dear Denise. Happy birthday to you. That's what y'all wanted. I did that.
You know our next Tuesday call, we got to
You
talk.
know that you tell
Yes,
ask
sir.
to send you.
Okay, not with that voice. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, Thea gotta send you the lullaby, recording for PJ. So, let's start with the lullaby recording for PJ. And then when you send my private jet, me and Thea get on.
Hey, Dame.
And Rocky,
Hey, Dame.
I want to say to you, you look beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
For you like the joy. Dame, I saw you on the gram with your whole family, your children, and he was so calm. I said, look at the love. Dame did this thing where he was like, look, my face. Look, my face. Look,
Yeah.
my face.
My little faces.
Those are all his little
The
faces.
joy that was bubbling up. We are so happy for you, and
Oh,
you pour
thank
into
you.
us, and I hope that our book and just everything we've been doing together as the OSG network has poured into you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's just been,
And we sure glad that baby look like Rocky.
You
Me too.
We
Oh, he looks
Hey, Dame. Uncle
I couldn't resist.
Uncle Amir just jumped on.
All right, where you at?
Uncle Amir.
Where you at?
Where's Uncle Amir at? There he is.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he right there.
What's-
Uncle Loon Amir, what up?
Loon, what's happening? Uncle, I don't see him.
Yeah, look at Cage Mercy. Yo,
How do we change the views?
I don't get the
Oh,
view.
gallery view.
Put it on speaker view. Put it on speaker view.
There you go.
hey, what up, Uncle Amir?
Uncle Amir.
Oh, there you go.
It's on. You have it on speaker view.
Who, me?
Yeah. If everybody puts it on speaker view, you'll be able to see who's in
She was
the
talking.
room right now.
Wasn't the show was talking?
Yeah, look, Amir, what's going on, man?
Who's not talking?
Just gotta unmute the mic, brother.
No, Loon is unmuted.
Loon is on Loon.
Loon is Loon. I don't think he can hear us.
Oh, okay. Loon got Dame's old Wi-Fi version.
Yeah. So it's a Dame, Jam. Let's go back to Dame.
Loon is eating something.
Listen, I know they upgraded for PJ's coming because they ain't break up yet.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, again, what's really dope, again, Dame and Rocky, we're really happy for you all and things like that. And, I know that the relationships that we have here, the friendships, the family that we have here is very real. And we're going to make sure that little Dusko's in great shape forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He got uncles and aunts and cousins and everybody here who got nothing but love. And we will definitely look forward to that day when we all can come out there and show him in person the kind of love that we have.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
We all looking forward to it. And real quick, we handled all that with the pause, the meat?
Come on, we got that, man. Got that thing. Go ahead, man.
All right.
Listen. Pop, go sit down somewhere.
Yes, good.
I'm just making sure everybody eat. That's what project everybody eat.
I need you to watch well. That doesn't include anything else. Just watch.
All right.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Lord.
Listen, who's that, McClarty? Who's that, McClarty? I know her voice.
So, but what I want to say, though, is that what Dame is talking about, again, is what we've been talking about for weeks, is prepare those food pantries for them babies and for those families, because it's very, very real. And I got a chance to speak to a superintendent today, and he had also mentioned to me that all those schools are closed. The experience of families eating and coming in for breakfast and lunch and trying to help them throughout the Thanksgiving time is open. You know what I'm saying? So the school may be closed for instruction, but it's not closed for us to continue to do the work that we were doing. So those of you who got those food pantries, keep making it happen. The Beyond Meat folks have been very, very generous. I gotta, give respect to my brother Kyle, who's going to be housing quite a bit of that food for me, because they're going to drop it off tomorrow. Have no place to really put it until Kyle stood up and say, "Yo, D, I'll take that. I'll put it in my walk-in closet, in my walk-in freezer." So I appreciate that. Sakina has a big event coming on this Saturday, where she's basically trying to feed everybody new. And I know myself and Denise and Blaze, we're going to go out there and support and help feed people as well. So I want to, salute Sakina, because it's funny, I remember when they first launched this idea, and I got on the first Zoom with her. I think it was myself and Do It All and a few other people got on with her. But she has gone strong with it every single week, making sure everything is tight. And by Tuesday of this week, I was like, "Yo, Key, you need anything?" And he said, "Nah, dude, everything is good. I'm looking forward to it," and stuff like that. Kina, you on here? Sakina? Is Sakina on here? I thought I saw her.
Yeah, I saw her come in the room. I don't know. Well,
Okay.
There is a Sakina, but I don't know if it's Kiki.
And real quick, I just want to say this.
But I am Sakina.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what I figured, because our Kiki has pits. But welcome to Sakina #2. Thank you for making it. Thank you.
Yeah, Dane.
Oh, I just wanted to say the narrative has to stay clear, though, Dennis. When the school shut down, we don't. When they say, the kids are hungry, we didn't depend on the Board of Education to feed. We went and found our own plug. And the number one thing that Dennis was worried about as soon as it closed, it was like, "Yo, where we going to ship the food? What are we going to do?" And that's what the conversation came like. Look, we knew what was happening. So we went and prepared and made sure everyone had some food as much as we could, and healthy at that. But just knowing the future, waiting for it to happen, means you're going to be uncomfortable when it does. So architecting the worst. I always prepare for the worst, and then I come out the best. The narrative is OSG is going to make sure everybody eats, even when the schools close down, and the neighborhood. And it's not them helping us, it's us helping us. It's y'all going outside of what you get paid to do and still finding food for those kids. So please take the credit in your school for feeding those kids when it closed. So let's say I pass a plug, y'all also passing the plug. Y'all are the plug in your environments. Y'all the Pablo Escobar of food right now. They should be thanking y'all, not us, y'all. Make sure y'all shine for feeding these kids. Don't be humble, because it makes us still depend on them. The reason to brag now is so that we have self-awareness of who we are and that we can do it on our own, and we do not need them. We don't have to worry. So y'all gotta brag. Y'all gotta brag when y'all help people and no one else did it for y'all but y'all. You gotta brag. Just so other people know they can do it. You gotta brag. Thanks.
No, and I agree with that, Dane. Again, I don't think anybody in here, outside of being angry about the decision in New York to shut down the school, I don't think any of us wavered about what we needed to do. And so, I had a conversation with Lays about that earlier. Again, what did we expect? What did we expect from the leadership here in New York and how they was going to handle the situation? And what I say is, we don't have that excuse, because we've been talking about it for a good month now. When I had told me, "Yo, D, I got to get on and speak about the the school to prison pipeline," he's like, "Yo, basically, that's what we've been talking about. All basically you gotta do is just, be good and say everything that's been out already. So the point I'm raising here, man, is that as strong leaders, we've been doing this all along. We've been doing it. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Sakina, what's going on, girl? And Sakina, where you at? Sakina,
Hey, Dennis. I'm trying to get my tresses tamed.
yeah. So, look, I mean, you all, I need you all to understand something, that over the past 4 to 5 weeks, and I watched Sakina put together one of the biggest food drives I've ever seen. But in the middle of all that, I know she wasn't feeling so hot a couple of days, and she kept going. She kept pushing. Like, we're not talking about, a sniffle here or there, like she really wasn't feeling well. And she kept pushing. And I just wanted to, to salute you, Sakina, because I know this event coming up on Saturday is huge. And it's a big deal to you. And I just want you to kind of share real quick with everybody what's going down on this Saturday.
You got it. So, hey, OSG family. I am sitting trying to get my tresses tamed, before Saturday. But I wasn't really going to share because I'm not a complainer. And so, when we shared Akbar's situation the other day, it really resonated with me because I'm the same I have the same drive, What you all don't know is that I ended up in the hospital 2 weeks ago. I walked in to get a COVID test because the COVID numbers are spiking and found out that I was COVID negative. However, I was having shortness of breath just getting from my car to my office, and there's no stairs. So the doctors took some blood work. I'm supposed to be at a hemoglobin of 11 or 12, and I was walking around at a 5. So I had my first 2 blood transfusions, and that's scary. You have to sign off on paperwork that if anything is wrong with the blood and all of this stuff. And I also had 2 iron transfusions. I'm going to walk into somewhere where I can hear you guys. I'm sorry. I got to slide into the bathroom. But at any rate, I was in the hospital for 3 days. They kept me from Friday to Sunday, and I jumped back up and went to work again on Monday. There was just things that needed to happen in my building, and I do have capable others. I know that the OSG family usually tells me to delegate and use your capable others, and I do. There was something that had jumped off with this breach of confidentiality and some other stuff. Long story short is, I'm a fighter, and I knew that we started the planning of this Thanksgiving event, and for the community, I had to be there. And so this is the first time that I've ever planned an event to this magnitude. I am forever grateful for all of the love and support, for Dame and Dennis and busting their behinds to get Beyond Meat and everything. And so we had a goal of 5,000 turkeys for the community. The turkeys are coming in like you guys don't even know. I've been jumping out of my bed 8 o'clock at night to go to the school and get the turkeys and dragging carts of turkeys and all of this stuff. We're sorting coats because we have 150 brand new coats for children that we're giving away. We're doing COVID testing. We have fresh fruits and veggies through the Greater North Conservancy for 2,000 families. And it's going to be amazing. And, I'm a fighter. If you think about Black Panther, Okoye. Y'all remember Okoye? That's me. So I am just grateful, and it's going to be amazing. And, thank you all for the love and support. I know a lot of y'all are in NY, but if you want to slide over the bridge to Jersey, you're definitely welcome. We'll be out on Unterman Field, which is right next door to my school, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., rocking out on Saturday, November 21st for the community. So thank you.
Yeah, and Sakina, congratulations again on a successful event that I know is going to happen. And tomorrow, I'll probably be back out in Newark, with the Beyond Meat folks and stuff like that, making that delivery over to your school. And I look forward to serving alongside of you on Saturday, because I know it's a big deal to you. And again, that's, funny enough, how you even described what you went through was so okay, just no big deal. But you and I both know it's a little bit more than just, no big deal. And so yeah. I want to commend you.
And I was in the process of selling my house at the same time. So I just moved this past weekend, and I never took a day off. I moved my whole house. So I sold my house and I'm still just rocking and rolling. You know, it's by any means necessary. We're gonna get it done.
Yeah, you know, and again, we've been talking about the adaptive leadership and how it really is important. Most of the things, there is really no answer to why things happen when it comes to adaptive leaders, but it really is about your reaction to it, your behavior towards certain things. And so I commend you, Sakina, as well as everybody else who's doing amazing things at their school. I know another principal in East New York, Marie DeForge, but I don't know if it was on today. Like yesterday, she had the foresight to see when they closed school, Akbar and I think his crew had just dropped off some food to her, and immediately her and people sprung into action and decided to just start giving out the food then because they had no idea what was going to happen afterwards. So it's just really important that if you got the food, give it out. You know, I got it, hung out with April the other day. She started her pantry. So Ak, you are training some really good people here, man. Her, Burnside, and so many other people are doing everything you told them to do. So I commend each and every one of y'all. So thank you again, Sakina. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and Saturday.
You got it. I look forward to seeing you too, Dennis, and thanks for everything.
No doubt. And
hey, Sakina, I'm sorry. Sakina, before you go, please put the information in the chat for people.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, and my, I just wanted to get back to my brother, Luna Mir, who's on. It's funny. On Monday, he reached out. No, Sunday night, I just checked on him, make sure he was good before he left to go back home. And he was like, he said his photo shoot is on Monday, and so I got it real early because I had to go to Brooklyn anyway, and dropped off the OSG jacket. And he sent me a couple of flicks with it, but he also just told me like, yo, D, I took the whole photo shoot in the OSG jacket and things like that. So I wanted to bring my brother Luna Mir back on real quick and have him tell us a little bit about what he's been doing the past couple of days. Loon, what's going on, man?
Good, man. How everybody doing?
Oh, man.
Y'all hear me?
Everything is good. Yes, sir. You busting that down, I see, huh? You busting that down, I see, huh?
I ain't eat all day, man. I was in New York running because I actually went up there because my grandmother, she got cancer. My grandmother 90 years old. So I came up there specifically to visit her and try to get some kind of, regimen established because, my family is just, all over the place with good intentions, but it's like we gotta be consistent. Because, when you're helping someone, I believe that, the healing process should be something that's consistent. So it doesn't matter who pop in or pop out. You got a particular regimen, that we follow to, help with the healing process. So that was definitely, the most exhausting part of the trip. But it definitely gave me honor to, be able to, represent OSG and represent everything, that this organization stands for. And the photo shoot was for Reform Alliance. And we all know they got their own apparel. I got a shirt on there, I say Reform. I got a pair of Pumas and all that. These are Reform Pumas, They got their own stuff. But, because Dennis came through 6 o'clock in the morning, I had to send my sister down to get the jacket. And basically, with those efforts taking place, I felt compelled. I said, you know what? And I had another guy, my man, Mike B. He had his own line, Bogart. He came with a whole bunch of high-end stuff or whatever, but it's like, I just felt compelled. It's like, the outfit that I felt was the most meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's like, I'm past that stage of, like, trying to look good for the people. You understand? It's like, for me, it's the messages that come with, the things I wear now. Because I see myself just like all of y'all, we walking poster boards. The kids is on it, everybody's on it. Everybody's shirt has a statement that's connected to their character and so on and so forth. So like I said, with all of the stuff that was presented to me.
Tell them what your sister said when I sent you the picture of the jacket on Sunday.
Huh?
What your sister said when I sent you the picture of the jacket on Sunday. Sunday night, the picture. She was.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, that jacket is addictive, man. You just started some stuff in my house, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want an OSG jacket, but they don't want to do the OSG work. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that jacket come with work. You don't just get that.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
So hold on. I'm really bugging though, because I'm sitting here listening the whole time, and I see Dame and the baby.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We was calling. We were just reaching out, say, yo, Uncle Moon, man, yo, come say what's up.
Yo.
What's happening?
And I'm telling my wife, I'm like, yo, I think they had the baby.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Saturday morning, 2 a.m.
Hey, yo, come on, man. You got my number, though. Why we out here? Come on.
I was waiting for you to call me.
That's crazy.
I thought I was waiting for you to call. Black called me.
Hey, yo, hold on. All this technology we got, man.
I thought you knew. I was like, damn, Uncle Loon gonna call. I was waiting for you to call.
I didn't even want to talk about what I just got to talking about.
I heard what you just said. I get it. Nah, I mean, I thought Jay Black ain't tell you?
Nah, Black didn't tell me. You know, Black moving houses up and down the highway. He focused, like, he don't want to talk about
I already know. He was getting pulled over by the police. They was messing with him while we was talking, and they was like, oh, I'm getting pulled over for something with the houses. But, yeah, he's here, bro. We did it. Baby Dusko.
Congratulations.
Baby Dusko. I even got a call from Lou.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just
I got a call from Lou.
Where's his PJ socks?
Socks? He chilling right now.
You have to say PJ.
I got him. Oh, he got those. He got DDs everywhere. Everything's DD.
Right. But you know, Pop and PJ, you know, Pop believes in having several brands under the brand. So I'm sure we got the OSG, you know, baby catalog coming soon.
You already know that.
Working on that right now. Am I correct?
You already know that. That's already done.
Exactly. So now we gotta have the PJ brand because of Pop Jr.
That's crazy, yo.
Yeah, you know, that's the brand under the brand under the brand. And he already got a following with not one picture on IG.
That's true. You got a couple thousand followers already.
That was wise, sir. That was wise.
Get them going early, you know?
Sorry, Sakina, put the time of the event in the chat, please. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, hold on, y'all. I mean, I got to just...
Yeah. Yo.
Hey, Lou, how you doing?
How you doing, Dr. Action?
I'm good, Lou. That food look good. Or I'm hungry. One or the other.
And look, you know, I indulge in the vegan meals every now and then. And like, I like the fact that you can order steak and it's not steak. You know, it has sweet potato, mac and cheese, hatch cheese. Like, you know, I'm kind of getting into this thing. I ain't gonna lie, you know. I'm not a vegan.
So listen, man. I want to hear about the reform joint, man. I want to hear about that. What happened? What was that experience like for you? And did you get publicists? That we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it all came together. Like, you know, it all came together because, you know, all the stuff that I got going on, you know, I turned the photo shoot into a meeting for a PR meeting and all kinds of stuff. You know, it was a pop move. That's what Dame do. You know, multitask, make it happen. But I came on the set, OSG there. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, you know, I don't think nobody, I don't know. I don't be knowing what people be knowing, but you know what I'm saying, was looking at me like, okay, that's what you wear? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the whole shoot went well. You know what I'm saying? The whole shoot went well. They basically doing like a promo joint. So it's not just me, it's everybody that's involved, you know, with Reform Alliance. But, you know, for the most part, like I said, I had different options. I just wore one outfit, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it was the most meaningful to me. And I always brag about OSG to, like, a lot of people I talk to. Like today I spoke, you know, to Senator Eddie Melton today. And Chancellor, I think his name is Luis Rodriguez or something, on some stuff that I've been dealing with the senator as far as like, you know, injecting, you know, education or certain programs into the community colleges down there so that, you know, people coming in, entering society or re-enter society from prison can have an opportunity or a shot at a college education. Because, like, a lot of these guys, they kind of subject themselves to just the bare minimum. Truck driver, some type of blue-collar job. They don't really, aspire to be anything more because there's nothing being presented, past those particular jobs. So what me and the Senator have been working on is trying to, broaden the range of opportunities, to people who want to come home and pursue education, that they couldn't acquire in the prison system. So, like, programs that deal with, logistics, coding, word processing, web development, app development, like, we should be able to be relevant in Silicon Valley as well, white kids, the Indian kids, Pakistani kids, and so on and so forth. Like, I'm almost certain that if you give any minority an opportunity to learn something, that he would definitely aspire to thrive in that thing and be relevant, not even, if not competitive in that particular space. Because, when it comes to technology, a lot of us shy away from it, as far as, like, working with smartphones and all that. That's like the extent of our involvement when it comes to, technology. But I believe that if we were to get more involved in it, especially, the type of intuition we have, the type of creativity we have, and so on and so forth, how, we're able to take nothing and turn it into something. This would definitely be a good platform for dudes coming home from prison. So,
Lone, I think Principal Kyle Brown had his hand up here. I guess he might want to ask you something. Kyle? Holla at Lone.
Hey, what's going on, Lone? What you're talking about with re-entry really sounds great with the opportunities through community college. And I can only speak on how Jersey works. I don't know about anywhere else. But each county college in Jersey has a career and technical education focus. Like, for instance, in Essex County College, they have a specialization in radio, TV, radio and video production, I think it is. But then in Hudson County, where Jersey City is, they have a specialization in culinary arts. So each one of the county colleges, some of them have the same thing, but a lot of them don't. And they have different focuses throughout the state. So if that's kind of what you're talking about, and if New York isn't already doing that, New Jersey is already doing something like that. So that's something that you might want to take a look at.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, from the whole time I've been in prison, I've always heard of a lot of successful programs that are established in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, tri-state area, so to say. But most of my incarceration was in the South. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did most of my bit in the South, like along the Bible Belt. You know what I'm saying? From North Carolina, South Carolina, Yazoo, Mississippi, Coleman, Florida. So, like, this is where you have a lot of guys re-entering society in abundance. They coming home with literally nothing. So it's like, we're sitting at Eddie Melton, he's in Indiana. So, I believe that trying to pilot some of these projects in these type of regions where there's minimal resources, there's not a lot of, political, backing, so to say, These been the places that, not saying I'm targeted, but I would definitely like to learn from the success of these projects in New York and New Jersey and kind of take that model and kind of spread it in other regions of the world where it's really, the country where it's needed. But it's definitely, I lucked up and took this contemporary logistics course in Putney, North Carolina. And it definitely taught me a lot about, the supply chain, import and export, things of that nature. So it just inspired me to want to try to, give other individuals a chance, to, acquire other, education opposed to what's already being offered as far as, getting trade. Like you mentioned, culinary arts, like they have that in prison. They have the HVAC, they have plumbing, they have, electrician, they have, carpentry and so on and so forth. So they got all the trade things, all the trades kind of like tied down. But as far as
Another-
anything, go ahead.
Oh, another good person to speak to, you know, a lot of people hate on him, but his heart is good, is our ex-governor McGreevy. He's all about prisoner reentry. He's had a couple of different organizations that he started and partnered with, but you know, that's his thing. That's his main thing, making sure that when people come out of prison, they have an opportunity to really earn a living and support their family. And he's real down to earth. My aunt used to work with him, and she had a birthday party downtown North Hood. 11 o'clock at night, he there partying right along with everybody else. So, you know,
Yeah, that's what's up.
yeah, he's a good person to try to reach out and connect to as well.
Well, if you got his information, you know, I love to reach out to him. You can get his information. I definitely would love to talk to him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely can make that connection for you.
Yeah, because, you know, also, like, I was talking to the head of supervision, you know what I'm saying, or like the probation department in Tennessee and Memphis today as well, because, you know, we're trying to, you know, pilot some programs down there as far as, like, you know, taking the Office of Community Support and acting as a liaison from individuals coming out of prison and entering the system of supervision. They're trying to provide, you know, all the things that they need to transition, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, all of these efforts, you know, like I said, like I always tell you all the time, like, you know, I'm going with the flow, and at the same time I'm learning, but, you know, my intentions is in the right place, you know what I'm saying? And what I see as, you know, opportunities to do, you know, to affect change. You know, I try to seize those opportunities, but at the same time, you know, I'm definitely not opposed to learning anything that will help me in my efforts. But yeah, definitely, there's a lot of work to be done now that, you know, the whole presidency thing is over. You know, the circus is past. It's like I believe that there's a lot of small victories that can be won out there. You know, everybody, you know, scurry all over the place, you know, they do it every 4 years. But it's like there's a lot of small victories I feel like they can be done. Like we can get more, you know, Mayor Sean Howard. Like we need more people like that. We need more, you know, police chiefs. We need more prosecutors and judges, and like we need to start, you know, mobilizing efforts to empower these people in our communities, people that, you know, directly impact our communities, and not worry so much about who gets the big chair. No.
Yeah, and I agree with that, Moon. And again, you and I always chop it up about the importance of just kind of starting with the young people. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the soldiers. They're the ones that are going to help us to change this world. And I think one of the biggest problems that we face is, you know, we deal with, you know, change for the future without involving young people, right? You know, the world is going to be there, and we got to make a concerted effort to address the needs of the young people across this globe. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of, matter of fact, next Saturday, not this Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, I'm going to be sending each and every one of you an invite in the next couple of days. The basketball court in Tanzania is now totally complete. We got a chance to see it a couple of weeks ago.
Where in Tanzania?
In Arusha.
Yeah, I've been in Tanzania before.
Yeah, so we did a basketball court there. It was great. The kids love it. But there was some, there was some safety concerns. I was like, nah, B, you gotta go back. You gotta, put a gate around that, put a fence around that, do that type of stuff. So they finally finished it, and young people are actually having their tryouts for the OSG basketball tournaments out there next week. So they want us to, they want us to come out, at least on Zoom, man, and watch them. So tomorrow, next week I'm gonna send out that, and if we can get on next Saturday morning, just to see it and to interact with the young people, that'd be dope. So I think that's where our hearts and our minds are. At everything that we do, we're gonna make sure that young people are the focus. You know what I'm saying? Like when we talk about feeding the community. Listen, I know when I'm in Newark this next Saturday, handing out, helping out with Sakina's event. I know I'm looking for the young people. I'm gonna be looking for them, saying,
when is the event?
It's this Saturday in this for the food giveaway. The food giveaway is this Saturday in Newark, New Jersey, with Sister Sakina.
So let me ask you a question, right? So, they closed the school down again?
Yeah, New York.
Because I know they had the ordinance when I was up there with the restaurants closing at 10 o'clock.
They still got that, but they closed the school. And so, as we talked about earlier, it's something for us to, if we want to be upset about how they did it, that's fine. But the fact that they did it, none of us should be surprised, Loon, because we've been talking about it and we've been kind of preparing for that. And that's why we were talking about, the food pantries and all that stuff for the past few weeks, so that no matter what happened, we were going to be able to take care of ours. We were going to be able to take care of the community. We were going to be able to take care of our young people. So I'm looking to, my motivation and all this is always about the young people. You know what I mean? When yesterday I drove, went back to my hometown, Mount Vernon, for a little while, and I saw the lines wrapped around the corner again for food. And it's funny because you don't see young people on those lines. You see grandmothers on that line. You see older people on that. And one thing for certain, we know this: if grandma or mama's on that line, trust me, they on that line for their kids. They on that line for their grandkids. And so when you see, even if you don't see young people on that line, you know that whoever's on that line is there to feed their family. So I got a chance to see it, and it kind of broke my heart a little bit because that is my hometown. But I've already talked to Mayor Patterson and stuff like that, and some stuff that I want to talk to Dame about in terms of Beyond Meat and, start doing some stuff in Mount Vernon too, because this is a problem, not only in New York City and in Newark, New Jersey, but I think in the entire country. So,
but what y'all got going on in December? What y'all got going on in December? I'm supposed to be back up there on the 17th.
What we gonna do?
Because I'm moving actually. I'm moving on the 1st of December. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot going on.
The relationships that that Dame has fostered and has brokered with Beyond Meat and other companies like that. What we plan to do all throughout December as well is the same thing we're doing next week and this week, is to try to keep feeding people, clothing people, doing everything that we need to do for our own people. You know what I'm saying? Dame said it best. Like we ain't waiting for nobody to do it for us. And when the school shut down, OSG ain't shutting down. OSG is going to make sure that we get out there and keep doing what we do. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how big or how small the situation is. I totally agree with Dame. Videotape that. Record that. Let the world know that OSG is really about that business and about that action, and we're not out here just talking the talk. Like, we're really helping the communities and stuff like that.
And real quick, Dennis, is that how prevalent is diabetes within the kids within the schools?
Dame, I found in so many schools. Matter of fact, I was in the middle school, Marissa Forrester's school, the other day, and there was a young man there, and literally, like, he's 12 years old and he's fighting this diabetes thing because he wants to be normal. Like, he wants to eat like everybody else. But it's a problem, Dame. And the major issue is that many of them don't know that they have it. Many of them don't know they have it. So I know that you have something that you could probably hook communities up with, because it's no way that based on the food that's available in their communities that we don't have more cases of childhood diabetes that we need to deal with.
Well, can I jump in for a second?
Yeah.
So on the elementary level, it is very prevalent, extremely high. But in the Bronx, more specifically in the South Bronx, they have it rated from 64 counties, 1 to 64 as far as health status, and the Bronx is number 64. So we are the most unhealthiest county in the state of New York, Bronx. And so our borough president, and one of the reasons why is because of childhood obesity and childhood diabetes in the Bronx and asthma. And so our borough president is, he has a campaign called Not 64 to kind of get the schools more into understanding what's happening with our health in the Bronx.
Is there a way, because again, I'm diabetic, and because of that I have relationships with, the people that make my insulin and my blood testers, 2 different companies, but I do think an initiative which can be facilitated is getting these kids testers, the education of diabetes, preventing it, which is health and eating right, and then if you have it, it's a 24-hour thing, and I still haven't mastered it. So that was the reason why I always thought it was important for me to showcase any innovation that I know as like a 1%er in getting the medicine, making sure that the kids that don't have access to that or that information do. Because from what I understand, in the next 10 years, 1 out of 3 people is going to have diabetes just based on the food, the GMO and all that other preservatives is breaking down our bodies. So I just think that education, preventive, and also if you have it, understanding what you could do to maintain it and get rid of it. If you're type 2, if you're type 1, you got to wear it like me,
And one of the things also to consider is the bodegas, because the bodegas are the supermarkets for our children, and unfortunately they're not providing fresh produce, fresh food, or if it is, it's in the bag, so that's not the very first purchase that our kids will make. So we've been really on educating our students about when you go into the bodegas, what should you be purchasing. So really kind of getting in conversations with the bodega owners and the
So I guess what I'm saying is the first thing that we've addressed in this moment is the food pantries and getting some food and healthy alternatives. So we've done that. So the next thing that I know that I have access to would be bringing awareness and helping the diabetes. And we could also do things in that way as well. So while, again, school is out, we can still be educating and we can still be bringing awareness on our own and also giving things away to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Like testers and test strips and cool ones. Because a lot of kids are also ashamed that they have diabetes. That's the reason why they won't take care of it in public. And that was why I thought it was important to come out. And I never tried to hide it, but to be very proud of what you can do as a diabetic. If I'm diabetic, it got to be cool, as opposed to getting diabetic depression. And it's a lot to juggle and maintain, especially if you're struggling to survive with diabetes, makes it a lot more complicated. And we lost like heroes and Loon Nose. Ali Mo died of diabetes, had a hole in his foot and was still playing ball. And he just didn't know he just didn't have the information to understand he could catch a blood clot like that. That's what killed him.
Dame, it's funny when I was basketball clinics and all that stuff for my students. And what was funny was, Ali Mo would come to me almost every week. But at times he'd be asking for a little bit of money here or there, right? Because what was happening was he wasn't even taking care of himself with the medication, and because the medication becomes expensive.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? He was trying to find other ways. He knew what was the problem. He just tried. He did everything he possibly could. But I know money was an issue with him for quite some time. But to say that I stood alongside Ali Mo even up to when he passed, and know what he went through. A lot of this still goes back to health coverage and stuff like that, because you cannot, you can't handle diabetes periodically. My father passed from diabetes and heart failure a couple years ago, and I know what that's like. So, but I knew there were times when, and it was crazy because my pops, he had insurance up to a certain point, but it was at a point where it was starting, he would have to make choices like, am I going to get this for my heart, or am I going to get this for my diabetes? It got that expensive for him. And even with the support that I gave financially for it, it still wasn't enough, because by the time we actually caught it, he had so many issues between the diabetes and his heart that there was nothing that we could do, even in putting stents in his heart and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing we could have done. So this, bigger issue here, Dame, is, again, us recognizing the fact that health coverage is an issue, and because the unemployment rate is so high, especially in our communities, we know for a fact kids can't possibly know what the situation is with their diabetes, and no one is really there to help provide those things. And I do like the fact that you don't hide the fact that you're diabetic and you let people see it all the time. But I don't know if that message ever gets filtered down to the kids, and that's where we are right now with that. Dame, I think Brother Muhammad had a question. Brother Muhammad.
Peace, everyone. Yeah, what I was gonna add, what the sister was saying, I think it's a great idea. I mean, one of the things I did when I was working in a leadership position in Passaic, Passaic, which is in Passaic County, northern New Jersey, is maybe 4 or 5 bodegas on every block. So certainly, as I walked the building and saw kids coming in with Little Debbie snacks, I think I may have went to a Marshall or a TJ Maxx, and I would just fill up. I would fill up the basket with fruits and just something that was more nourishing, and I would just plead with them like, you're not gonna make any money, but when the kids come in for the Little Debbie snack, tell them, Mr. Muhammad said take an apple or take a bran muffin, and you may have to get your money later, but your customers, they're gonna live longer, if you do this. And everybody didn't acquiesce, but those that I built relationships with, they certainly did it, and it was very helpful. But it's the other part is we gotta handle what we gotta handle when they get in the building. Sometimes not that we want to take the blue soda or you see somebody with a Mountain Dew early in the morning. You got to educate them and make certain the visuals is important. Let them see how much sugar's in that drink, and when you give them the visuals, they usually put it down because that's something that they don't know. With this many grams of sugar look like. So if you provide those displays in and around the school, beloved.
Yeah. So one of the things that again that it pertains to even a conversation around the medication is, again, we're still talking about something Michelle just mentioned, was financial literacy as well. You know what I mean? The reality of it is that people buy what they can afford. And if this is in my area and I can go buy a 6-piece nugget from Wendy's for $1 just so I can eat, the choices that people have in our communities are pretty limited. And, it's a choice of either that or starving for many of them, because, that's why I applaud, Dame's relationship with Beyond Meat, because that's a very expensive item for most parents to purchase in these communities, and they usually don't have the funds to do it consistently, just like they don't have the funds to consistently treat diabetes. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's about, all right, it's a coin toss. This is what I'm gonna do this week. This is what I can't do this week. Even down when we talk about the technology, gap and stuff like that. When we talk about the other day, I'm at a school, and to keep hearing a parent not be able to afford Wi-Fi. It is a very, very real scenario. And I think as we continue to unveil what the problems are, I think we got to go back to the root of a lot of this. And if we don't start talking about ways to help people to become economically independent of the system, then unfortunately we're going to keep doing these things to our families, because the diabetes isn't new. The kids coming to school. I was a principal over 10 years ago, and kids were coming to school with the blue soda, but that didn't come too far in the door because everybody knew, you put that in the garbage, right? But it got to a point where they realized that it wasn't appropriate to do in the school. So, but I couldn't help the fact that they drank it from the bodega to the school. So I think it's very, very important.
Hey, Dennis, but what about the school? Not to cut you off, pardon me, but like as far as I know when I went to Manhattan Center, I used to be in that getting 3 lunch tickets because they was giving that bad, disgusting cheeseburger, but a good, there was a cheeseburger and it just wasn't good food available to us. It was that 25-cent chocolate chip cookie, and it's almost like, I hate to say it, it's just similar to jail. There's nothing available even in the school that's healthy. So you coming out of school in a place where if you eating and you're depending on school to feed you, and the food that school is feeding you is not good, you coming out unhealthy and with the wrong education at times. So I wonder, is there a way we can also make it where the food that's at lunch? I mean, I haven't been there in a while, so I don't really know what's there. But how do we make it that in the schools they're giving out the food right, like, or the commissary right? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think, Dane, the thing we got to think about is that, I think we're moving towards that right now with this healthy alternative of Beyond Meat or, any other company similar to that. Because what will happen is nobody wants to be outdone. So when they see this happening, they're going to say, how do we connect ourselves to this as well?
Dr. Action just said the principal has to choose it. The principal can choose it. That's what Dr. Action just said.
Well, no, but they can't choose what's being served in the cafeteria. What they can do is provide that as an alternative, like what we're trying to do right now, which is outside of off school grounds.
Dennis, if
No,
I
I was
may,
saying
the principal
Long Island City, who is our Office of School Food, they have an alternative menu which is real food. And so you can choose that menu. You have to choose that menu. If you don't choose that menu, then you'll get the menu that is filled with processed food, processed meat, processed cheese, all of that. But once the principal selects the alternative menu, then the students will get tofu, grilled chicken, beans, couscous, chickpeas. You'll have a fresh salad bar. So, but what wind up happening sometimes is principals that are will be afraid that their students won't eat it. And my philosophy is they're hungry, they'll eat it, and then we teach them. And then you have a connection. For instance, I have a connection with the chefs that come in and begin to train the students' palate about what good food tastes like. So they come in, they cook with the students, they have the students cook the food, and for the last 8-9 years, my students have been on the alternative menu, and they have eaten things, like I said, from tofu to couscous to asparagus. And we have the grant where they get fresh vegetables and fresh food, fresh vegetables and fresh fruits twice a week. So in addition to the alternative menu where they're getting fresh food, they also get different kinds of fruits and vegetables in the afternoon.
That's dope.
So that is the choice in New York City. You have to choose it as a principal.
I was gonna say almost everything she said, but principals need to know that they have a say, and so you can meet with the head of your cafeteria and food services and talk about the fresh menu you want. You can say you want a salad bar that needs to be fresh.
Yes.
Principals can inspect what the dissemination of food looks like. How are you serving students? How are they being treated? Is it hot? Is it being served? Is it quality? Principals have a say in all of that, and many times they don't think so because food services is a separate entity. Like that person doesn't officially report to the principal. However, the principal absolutely has a say in what their children are being served, what it looks like, and if it's not right, you get to complain and have it corrected.
Yeah.
Even an afternoon snack. So principals don't know that you can request an afternoon snack. So if you're worried about your children going to the corner and to the bodega, you can request the afternoon snack and have it grab and go as they're leaving, so that there are alternatives that you get to try to control, so that they're not running to the corner to buy the chips and the blue soda. So there are actions for us to take inside of the New York City public school system, to provide healthier alternatives to children.
Would it be possible?
And it's to extend
I did
what
the
Fia-
same thing, April. April was saying she forced them to set up a salad.
Would it be? Would
Yes,
it?
and to
Also,
extend what Fia is saying, I'm sorry, Fia, you can have your cook really put some love on the food,
Yes, you can.
so that way there's different spices that can be chosen, so
Correct.
that way it can become palatable and have little cultural things happening as well. So you can have that relationship, and it'll happen.
and there are menus that are leveled for grades. So there are menus that are tailored to elementary school, menus to middle school, menus to high school. Now I ran a 6 to 12 school. So when I first got to my last school before I became a deputy, I saw that they were serving my children, all of them, the middle school and or elementary school menu, and I said, unacceptable. Where's the fresh salad bar? Where are the things that high school students will eat? My students are athletes and dancers. They know what healthy food will do for them. We have to make sure that we're advocating within our system and outside of it, of course, to get them healthy alternatives.
And I'm just extending anytime y'all want me to talk to any of the kids about being diabetic, how to control it, what's available, and also, you know, Rocky does the Health is Wealth. It's about making healthy food ghetto gourmet and accessible and affordable. So anytime, that would be, I would definitely love to share my knowledge. I'd even put a TV screen in your cafeteria of healthy stuff playing every day, all day. Just let me know what I could do.
Kyle, I know you had your hand up for a minute. Kyle?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up that First Lady Michelle Obama started that movement to put more healthier food. And I'm sorry, I was driving and talking, but First Lady Michelle Obama started that movement to put more healthier food. And then, unfortunately, under Trump, he tried to get away from all the healthy eating. But we do have options for food as far as making sure it's healthier. Am I still on here?
Yeah, we can hear you, Kyle.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about how Trump was giving McDonald's away to the basketball teams when they came to see him. He's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And then about the bodegas, you could do a remix to what Principal Cook did when he was a vice principal at Newark Vocational. The problem with the bodegas was the kids were showing up late to school. So what he would do, he had a big old SUV at the time, parked right in front of the bodega, and he shut the bodega down. And the kids was getting to school on time. So if you got a goon at your school that got a good relationship with the kids, park them right outside in front of that bodega and have them saying, okay, you make sure you get something healthy. Stay away from those sodas. Any little bit helps, because every school needs that kind of goon that the kids respectfully fear to a certain extent, in my opinion. And if you got one of them, make that one of their tasks or whatever for the day. Start them off first thing in the morning in front of the bodega and meet the kids before they even get to the school and have them there reminded. Don't let me see you coming out of here with no sodas or whatever. But by then, the bodegas would get the message when they see that the money start to shift. I need to offer more healthy alternatives.
That's dope.
So I think, Dave, like again, you're making things more visible in terms of a problem, which is the healthy food or the lack thereof. And I think what we just got to keep doing is what we started, and what we got to keep doing, as early as this Saturday, just giving out the things that are healthy, and and hope that it sticks, hope that it catches on. But, when people don't have many options and they end up having an option of quality like that, it may be something that will turn their whole life around. So,
well, if you notice, Dennis, my whole agenda for everyone, for the kids, for the principals, if I figured out how to live a level of luxury and things are made available to me that aren't made to my culture, I'm taking that and I'm giving it to my culture. I'm going to make it accessible to them. I'm going to teach them how to get it, because there's no reason why they get it first, or they figure out how to get it, or we'll make sure that if the money gets spent, it gets spent right. It all goes to the kids, and that every option that's ever been made available to a 1%er, because I'm the sneak 1%er that's not a 1%er. I'm gonna just get all the secrets, and I'm giving it all, everything. Everything that they know first, we got to know first. We can't be last when it comes to health, and first in fashion, and first in culture, but just last in health. We can't be that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true, Dame. And so, just moving forward, y'all, I think it's really, really important that we take these conversations and understand that every time we talk, we're weeks, if not months ahead of the news reports about things. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot have a conversation around healthy eating and not talk about diabetes. You can't have a conversation around, hunger and not talk about, again, healthy choices. You cannot. And so it seems like we're always ahead of it. We're always ahead of these conversations. So if for nothing else, I just got a text just out from another principal, Burnside, and also in East New York, who just texted me and said his food drive is going to happen tomorrow regardless as well. So that's, to me, that's what OSG represents, man, is that we just going to keep doing it, even if they tell us, they shut down one option. That don't mean we going to stop doing what we got to do. So,
Dennis, I look forward to them shutting down so we can fix it. So we can showcase we don't need them. I want them to shut down because it gives us no choice but to take care of each other. And so we have understanding and self-understanding. Like, we don't need them. They don't tell us when to shut down. We shut down when we want to shut down. Y'all shut down, but we don't. We want to help. They shutting down right when Thanksgiving happens. That's intentional. It's it's just to have us in panic and chaos. This is intentional. How can we be? I know we're not the only geniuses. They sit in the White House all day long plotting and thinking, and we get together once a week, and we're fortune tellers. So to me, the dysfunction is traditionally intentional to make us run around. How you gonna pull the plug on school giving away food on Thanksgiving? They should have been did that so we could prepare for it. So you know what they doing. And they're like, you know what? These people are so silly that we could tell them what the problem is. They still going to wait. We could tell them it's going to shut back down. They still going to go outside and do silly shit when they shut back down. But when they opened it back up, we was like, they're going to shut it back down. And I was talking to Dennis. I was like, yo, I was wrong. I thought it'd be done in November because it started going down. And he said, nah, that wave is coming. I was like, you think so? You said, that wave is coming, bro. All right. I'm shutting back down now. I'm preparing now. So start preparing for the shutdown now. Start preparing for the open up while they shut down now. While they're not moving, what are we going to be doing? And that's what we should be strategic about right now. So my brain is like, all right, we're going to keep everybody getting some food. We got to get the health right. And we got to get people some money. And that's in that order. So I'm going to just figure that out. But I'm going to stunt on y'all next week on some of them. Just base. I'll be coming back. I'm coming back stunting. Watch.
Hey, what's funny, Dave? So, one thing about this crew here, man, you know how everybody was scurrying around remote learning and all that? Yo, they got this crew right here got it down packed. Like, they know what they got to do. Right now they're in that next phase. And all right, now I'm going to go still take care of the community while everything else is shut down. So I know OSG principles are a different breed. And again, that's no knock on anybody else who's not part of OSG. The bottom line is that we want anybody who's like-minded to keep doing this type of thing. So what I know for certain is we always gotta be ahead of what's getting ready to happen. And what we understand is that there is Christmas or the holiday season doesn't end next week. It continues. So we got to keep doing things as much as possible every week. Think about it's cold outside. Yesterday it was brick out here in New York. Brick. And there were people who don't have coats. Man, we got to think about how we do that. And as crazy as it might sound, man, I don't care what people believe in terms of their religious beliefs here, but, toy drives. Like, a kid needs, we got to help families who are trying to do something for their kid to provide some kind of gift, some kind of sanity to the house. We got to help them in that too. So let's continue to have that conversation as a crew and make that stuff happen. I mean, I know we are talking about food, and I'm not telling us not to focus on that, but I think now we also got to focus on, clothing, and we also got to think about how we're going to help families during the holiday season with toy drives and stuff like that. So just definitely want to mention that. So, like I said, in a little bit, Ak is about to go live on Ebony Magazine with Michelle Obama on the cover and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and everybody else. So I want to shout out Ak for doing what he's doing. April is about to be shown on the WPIX News at 6 o'clock. And what was she? What were you rocking on your face there, Abe?
I had OSG repping all silently but boldly, just like this.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. That's how April did it.
Right, but I'm gonna have to get off soon, guys, because I have the awards The award
You get
honor
another
is
award?
happening at 6 o'clock too.
You get another award?
It's not
You
a.
get another.
It's the one that was mailed to me when you were in my office. It's
Come on, don't hold that up. Let people see what that is.
There you go, sis.
You care to mention? You care to mention?
Go,
something about
April.
that?
Aw, congratulations.
So the
Sorry,
community.
can you hold it up a little bit slower and stop treating it like it's a piece of candy?
Hey, yeah, I'm telling you, Simone, that's what she was doing.
I know.
All the time.
That's her. The humility is just so beautiful, but it can be so annoying. Okay, certificate of recognition from Senator Diane
Senator.
J. Savino.
right.
All right. And what's the second one?
What's the next one?
Certificate of appreciation from the Southern Brooklyn Democrats. From
Nice.
that's from Mark Traeger's office.
Yeah, it's just it's really in recognition for the community work. You know that we continue to do in Coney Island. So
And take out the word just. Take out the word just. It's just.
Thank you.
You heard he said if all your people around you are big and brilliant, then you never bragging. Shine.
Exactly.
you're right. You're right. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm gonna shine tonight.
Yeah, shine.
So that's when you say, I want to give thanks to God, my family and friends, and OSG.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Dennis.
you know,
how do we watch Oxy?
Yeah. Well, Ox sent me the Zoom. I just want to see real quick if I can get into it because I don't know if it was a private thing or not. But he sent me the link before he left.
Dennis, I feel like OSG is invited everywhere, so you should just, I'm just my thoughts. All right. I'm invited everywhere in my head. Okay.
Go for it. That's right.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you.
Yeah, if it says OSG, we all show up. Don't you know that's rude?
Right, like
it's like
I'm invited everywhere.
Hello, do it for the culture. Do it for OSG.
And I just want to I just want to say to April, you weren't here when we had the guest Amadeus on, and Amadeus gave us the anthem to say. You just stop and say, "I'm the," I am the. So
All right.
I want you to hear me say it, April. I am. Say it, April. Say it loud and say it proud. I am the.
Yes.
Look at that humility. Look at that humility. It's okay, April. You know what? Please receive and accept this shine and this love and these accolades and everything that we are here to give to you, because you know what? This is not new for you. You have been doing this from the womb because it was destined that you would be the person anointed and appointed at this time to do the work that you are doing for those people. So the fact that you are blessing others, let us bless you. Receive it. Just be like, Al, do that. Do that.
Hello, my name is April. I'm channeling April right now. My name is April.
Nice.
How y'all doing? I do everything right. My kids be working hard. I don't be playing no games with these kids. I just want to let everybody know I am the shit. Okay?
Lay. All right.
Hey,
I'm gonna give you the Brooklyn version. A bag of chips and a quart of water. How you?
And a quarter water. And a bag of Bontons.
And some now laters.
Oh,
Hey, y'all, what I did
I
was
love you guys. I really appreciate you.
love you too, April. I just put the link for the meeting that's going on now. I don't know what time Art goes on or what's going on with him. So I put it in the chat so you all do me a favor. Try to get over there. It is, it's on, but I don't see Art on there yet. So try to get on. Before we go again, I want to just wish every one of you a happy Thanksgiving. We won't come on next Thursday, but I will send you an email throughout the week about the.
Because somebody asked Dennis, right? Are we meeting?
Yeah,
I know. Right?
I know.
You were like, "What you mean? What you mean we ain't meeting?" Yes. And April, if you have any links that you can share about what's going on at 6 o'clock, drop that in the chat as well, because I know that you gotta get out of here as well.
I don't have the links. When I get the link, I'll share it out to Dennis so you can send it out to the whole OSG.
Good. Yeah, so once again, y'all, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Stay safe. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep feeding the community. Keep blessing the community. And like I said, next Saturday, we all, it'll probably be 6 o'clock in the morning because it's 2:30 their time in Tanzania. The young people want to see us, and I think they want to show up their new basketball court. So I'll send an email to you all. If you don't receive the email from us, please do me a favor and put your email and your name in the chat, and I'll make sure to put you on the list as well. So thank y'all so very much. April, we're proud of you. Ak, we're proud of you. Keisha, we're proud of you. All of y'all, we're proud of y'all. The work that y'all doing, keep doing it.
Dennis, we're proud of you. Dennis, thank you for this vision. Dennis, thank you for being obedient to the vision. Thank you for walking in the blessing to where you were supposed to be. Thank you for every angel and every assignment that was supposed to interfere so that we would all come together under the tutelage, under your vision, and under the direction to which you have been obedient to him. And yes, him, my God. So therefore, I am appreciative to our God because this seed to which you just thought was going to be a few of us getting together on a Thursday afternoon where you was going to have on a nice suit and tie has turned into an international movement where we are healing adults, saving lives, and extending the time period of life for people who are touched by us because of your vision. So thank you to you as well.
Salute to you. Salute. Y'all need to
Easy breezy, easy breezy.
Everybody take the mute off.
Let's go.
Don't be mad. Everybody right now, hold on. Let's do the view. Let's do the gallery view for everybody action so that you can see everybody. And this is the time, you are correct, Thea, so that we can have the gallery view. Can be all
Everybody needs to take off them. Everybody needs to put on your cameras.
Come
Put on
off
your
of
cameras.
mute. Everybody come off of mute. Turn on your
Put on your
camera.
cameras. Turn on your cameras.
Trust me, Thanksgiving is all about, reflection on everything that we have been blessed to receive. And I don't know about y'all, but I know the transformation that I have experienced just because of this particular vision, just because I have been here with all of you. So whether it's two of you or whether it's 200 or 2,000 of us, I know that we are impacting and changing lives because of the vision of this man. So thanks for giving us a piece of your heart every week, and we appreciate and salute you, Dennis.
Thank you, Simone. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank you so much. I'm here for y'all, whatever y'all need. Thank y'all again. Now let's get over and go support. I put the email, I put the Zoom stuff in the chat. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
If you want another amazing video with the one and only Dame Dash, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.